Hello, lovely human. Welcome to The Little Flower. My name is Krista, and if you haven't been to my channel before, I use the presence and essence of flowers along with the tarot to deliver messages to help you align to your most authentic and abundant nature and path. So for today's video, I felt inspired to show you guys my favorite tarot decks. So we're going to go over 7 tarot decks, including Flower Child Tarot, the Radiant Wilds Tarot, the Star Seeker Tarot, Tarot of Oneness, the Wild Unknown Tarot, Tarot Flora, and the Mystical Dream Tarot. So I'm going to put some timestamps down below, and we're just going to get right into it. You can just watch the entire thing if you'd like, but I'm going to dive into each deck. So if there are any particular ones that you're interested in looking into, go ahead and click the corresponding timestamp down below, and I will see you there. All right, let's get into the Flower Child Tarot by Kira Cian. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, so I'm sorry if I didn't. But yes, such a beautiful deck. I actually went into this deck in complete detail in its own video, and I will put the link down below to that video. But it is so worth mentioning again because it is like top 3, one of my favorite tarot decks. So it's got this warm, childlike, funky, it nods to the 70s. It's a beautiful deck. The back of the cards, as you can see, is really nice. So especially for me, considering I do these online tarot readings, whenever I use these as my thumbnail, I feel like it gets a lot of clicks because of the bright yellow, and especially when I put the flower over it, it's beautiful. So let's go ahead and get into the actual cards themselves. Oh, I'm not doing a reading. I'm just showing you tarot cards. So I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, here we go. I guess I'm just going to show you these cards as they come, and feel free to stick around or jump ahead, but here we go. So the good thing about this deck is that no matter how heavy the card, they still evoke a lightness and a joy. I mean, well, the 5 of Pentacles, of course, doesn't evoke joy, but ultimately, like even this one, it's not so scary. It's not so heavy. It's digestible. It's to the point. It's kind of like some of the heavier cards have more of a dulled blow. So if you're looking for a reading that's not too heavy, not too sharp, not too cutting, if you want something that even in, nodding to heavier energies, it still holds a little bit of levity, then this is a beautiful deck for that kind of vibe. Like even the 3 of Swords, it's sweet. It's almost like child friendly in a way. This would be a decent deck if you were doing a reading for someone who was younger. And I guess there is quote unquote nudity, but it's not. Come on, it's an illustration, it's art, it's beautiful. So unfortunately on YouTube, when it comes to, I'm gonna have to cover up, like a lot of times I'll put a crystal over the the nudity or the boobs. Usually it's just nipples, but love this death card. Look at the joy in the death card. A lot of times it's a little darker, but there are butterflies. There's just a skeleton, just, I don't know, harvesting something. That's what it feels like. I guess that could be dark, like harvest of. Never mind. For some reason, the Strength card has really been popping out at me in many decks lately. I wonder if I'm meant to spend a little bit more time meditating on this card right now. All right, guys, that is the Flower Child Tarot. That was your full walkthrough of the cards. If you have any questions, go ahead and comment down below. I will flip through the guidebook so you can see what that looks like really quick. It is a full color guidebook. It's very beginner friendly. The descriptions have both the upright and the reversed, and they're pretty good. They're pretty, like, all of these cards are very related to the Rider-Waite original tarot. So this is an awesome beginner deck, just so you know. But alrighty, cool. Go ahead and click on the timestamps for the next reading that you're interested, or not next reading, next walkthrough that you're interested in. Or I'll see you, if you just want to stick around for all of them, I'll see you in all of them. All right, so we are getting into the Radiant Wilds Tarot. So this is a beautiful deck for those who are attracted to warmer colors. The kit says navigate inner desert dreamscapes. So it's very celestial, but also very earthy with these warm tones. And most of the cards, I think all of the cards actually, are set in the desert. And I love that because the desert is symbolic of soul searching. And I think that's what these cards evoke. They evoke this sense of connectedness to the cosmos, and the colors and the symbols and the geometric shapes within it. I do feel like they speak to some instinctual part of us, and they speak to us in a way that is very unique to just this set of cards. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Very beautiful deck with the reflective writing here. And I will say as well, I don't think this is necessarily good for beginners, because The descriptions of each card they have really in-depth, almost poetic stories connected, and they're not necessarily giving you just the basic information about each card, and they don't necessarily nod to the Rider-Waite too much. They kind of just evoke the essence of the meaning of the cards, if that makes sense. But let's go ahead and I'm going to do a walkthrough of these beautiful cards for you. Alrighty, here we go. Starting with the Four of Wands. Awesome. I love this Nine of Cups. Feels like a dream come true. Like whatever you wish, just speak it into this mirror. I love that they brought the green in for the Queen of Pentacles, since she's so rooted with the earth and abundant. There's not a lot of green in this deck, so I love that. And look at the Death card. It's beautiful. Death card's a card of transformation, and I think this speaks to the energy of someone who is in the transformation and almost completely transformed. And this deck has this sense of like luxe about it, and it's very mature. I will say, I hate to say it in the middle of this, but the cards are not they're a little flimsy. I wish they were a little bit more durable, but they're still worth it, honestly. They're still worth it. They're so beautiful. They're worth the flimsiness. Look at this Ten of Pentacles. Love this. You know, I've never really noticed this King of Wands. The figure on the King of Wands is so small, which is interesting because King of Wands is such a powerful, vibrant character. And it's almost more so focusing on this sphere up here. And I kind of like that. It's almost like my ideas and what I'm putting out there is how I speak my confidence into the world. And it's also making me think of Jupiter for some reason, like Jupiter expanding things. your walkthrough of the Radiant Wilds Tarot. I hope I see you in the next one. All right, so now we have the Star Seeker Tarot. So this was the deck that I purchased when I decided that I was going to get serious about tarot. And when I decided to create my YouTube channel. The reason I did this was because the air that it had to it, I resonated with it deeply. It was very connected to the original Rider-Waite, but also the artwork. I think it's digital art. It's really beautiful, and it's kind of like a staple deck, I believe. It should be a staple deck. So let me show you what we got. So I can't remember where I ordered this, to be honest. I don't see a lot of people using it, but the box itself is a little dinged up. I've had to tape it quite a bit, so it doesn't come in the most stable box, or at least where I ordered it from, it hadn't. But the back of it's super cute, and let's just go ahead and get into it and show you and just do this walkthrough. All right, starting off awesome with the Eight of Wands here. So I thought this was a very modern deck as well. It's very ethnically inclusive and just generally inclusive, very inclusive in general. This guy. Move that a little bit. Oh no, I'm trying to get the right type of lighting. Perfect, there we go. This is one of my favorite Nine of Cups. It's the perfect, it evokes the perfect energy. It is this lush, connected, in your body, in your heart, in your soul, feeling so aligned and a part of everything. Like that's for me what the Nine of Cups is, just emotional contentment, bodily contentment, and that's what this evokes for me. I'm gonna turn this, I feel like they're all upside down. Let's try it again. I love this magician. I feel like he is this calm, collected master manifester. Aw, I love this Three of Swords too. It feels very healing, cleansing. Oh, you know what? I've never really paid attention to this Death card. Oh, I like that his cloak, inside of his cloak, it's like a night sky. That's cool. And I love the crows swarming around. Crows are a beautiful sign of protection. I love this Wheel of Fortune card as well because it speaks to being connected to the web of humanity, the web of the collective, and things all kind of coming into play all at once. And like the divine synchronicity in that. I love this witchy Six of Wands, her flying on her broomstick, and I kind of love this as well because it's this, you know, the Six of Wands is about public recognition, and I love that she's a witch and she's getting positive public recognition. That's kind of cool. Queen of Cups, a mermaid, of course. Oh yeah, for some reason, I mentioned this in another deck. The Strength card is really pulling me in lately. I'm gonna have to meditate on that. 9 of Wands, almost there. We got the 4 of Wands. 2 of Cups. Ooh, I like how we have the 4 of Wands, the 2 of Cups, and the Lovers all right next to each other. Maybe that's a sign for someone out there. This is just going through these and seeing them up in the screen is making me appreciate these so much more for some reason. They are beautiful. They have such heart. I love this 9 of Swords because it kind of like the 9 of Swords is about fear often, but this bear just feels like a protector. And I almost feel like this woman here is having to choose between these swords, and there's a snake on her arm. Yeah, you can always, I like how you have to pull symbolism out from some of the imagery here. The energy and the message coming from this card is you don't have to choose between the lesser of evils. And just sitting here and listening, like the snake feels like an ally, the bear feels like an ally. There's wisdom to this moment where you feel like you have to choose the lesser of evils. There's another choice for you. Maybe that's for some of you out there. Oh, there's an extra card in this deck called the Womb, and I love that it's number 22. That's like my favorite number. The Star card. Wow, that's cool. My favorite number and my favorite card right next to each other. Maybe that's a sign too for me. Maybe for you too, of course. Nine of Pentacles is one of my favorite cards too. Material sovereignty and freedom. Okay, that was your walkthrough of the Star Seeker Tarot. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I see you in another one of these walkthroughs on this video. Otherwise, check out the description box down below to see other ways in which I could offer you support, including my Patreon. Thank you so much. All right, guys, so this is the Wild Unknown Tarot. I actually don't, unfortunately, have the bigger box that it came in because I'm currently in Canada, and I left that. I was bringing a lot of tarot decks, and I left that big box. But it has a very large beautiful box, very nice bigger box that it comes in, and a very nice guidebook as well. So you can probably see that though when you Google it, but we're gonna do a walkthrough of this lovely deck. You know what's funny? The first time I saw this deck was when I was in Hawaii, and some of the imagery I was turned off by, and I thought, no, this is dark, why would I want this deck? But now, having processed a few things in the last few years since I was in Hawaii and walked through quite a bit of darkness, I realized that there's just simply truth to, you know, decay, to darkness, to fear. There's truth to the visuals in that, and it's okay. And in some types of readings, this type of deck is good for certain types of people or whatever it may be. But there are a lot of also very beautiful cards in this deck as well. Otherwise, if it was all ugly and dark, I would not choose it. But because this tarot, of course, is about the human journey completely, and there's so much more light than there is dark. May not seem that way sometimes, but I believe that. So let's go ahead and get into your walkthrough of the Wild Unknown Tarot. Here we go. You know what? We're gonna flip this and do it this way. There we go. Okay. This is one of those darker cards I was talking about. But it does speak to true ending. Life on earth, death is a part of it. And sometimes it's ugly. And that's okay. I mean, yeah, this is one of those cards I was talking about. Nine of Swords. But then there are these amazing, beautiful, powerful cards, like with a horse, you know? This would be a good deck if you're doing a Halloween reading or readings during that time. Lots of spider webs, lots of that type of imagery. Oh, love this. They just have such a beautiful juxtaposition between the darker energy and the beautiful, fresh, like the beauty of life as well. Like this. This is gorgeous. You'd think the double card, they'd make it uglier, but look at this guy. It's just this like goat with fire feet. Kind of funny. And there is a playfulness to some of these cards, like the star card. Makes me think of my childhood. I drew stars all the time, so. Oh, I never thought about that. I love that. How I drew stars. It was really a strong symbol for me. And the star card is my favorite card in the deck. So, dreams come true. This is very meditative for me. I'm digging these walkthroughs. It's slowing me down. It's making me think and feel deeper into the cards. I love this Ace of Pentacles card. I don't know, something about it. And the Fool is a baby chick, or no, maybe a baby duck. Oh, there it is again. The Strength card. Speak into me powerfully today. And each like element, wands, swords, pentacles, the court cards are all the same animal in each one. Like for instance, these were all next to each other, so that was a good opportunity to show that. Like all snakes, mother, and then the king and queens are mother and father, and then the I wanted to say jack, the jacks. The pages and the knights are son and daughter, which I think is really cool. I don't know why, but I love this Four of Wands. It always sticks in my head. I think one of the first tarot readings I listened to on YouTube was by Aso Tarot, and she was using this deck and this Four of Wands. It's always powerfully stuck out because of that. I always remember it, and that's kind of nice because the Four of Wands is a really beautiful card, so that's a good sign. As we are nearing the end of this, I do want to mention my Patreon if you're interested. I offer 2 in-depth pick a flower readings every month, along with an infinite prayer guided visualization / affirmational journey / Reiki blessing. So they're really cool and powerful healing experiences that I do on there, along with the readings. So all right. Ooh, I love that we're ending with the Hermit. That's nice. Alrighty. There you have it. I hope I see you in another walkthrough in this video. All right, so this is one of those decks that might be a little bit more obscure. I had to order this off of Etsy. I don't think it's as well known. It was a little bit more expensive as well, but to me it was worth it. It's something I asked my mom for Christmas. But yeah, it was totally worth it. This is a really beautiful deck. It's called the Tarot of Oneness by Robin Voicey, and the energy of the deck is, well, it's first person. So a lot of it is a view from a human being, like their viewpoint. So I like that. It feels like there's a lot of life to it. So let's just go ahead and get into it. I mean, look at this beautiful box as well. Unfortunately, it did not, I traveled with it and it broke on the side, so I had to tape it. That sucked. Otherwise, it is actually really durable and really sturdy. But yes, look at this beautiful, amazing, colorful deck. Yes, and then the guidebook is beautiful as well. And I think this is very beginner friendly. So let's go ahead and start showing you these amazing cards. I mean, and look at the front of this, the little fishy. So cute. All right, here we go. I love that we're starting off literally with the Magician. Like number one, I guess it's not the Fool. Technically the Fool is the first card in the deck, but Magician. Maybe those of you who are drawn to watch this. I kind of do want to say that right now. Intuitively, those of you who are drawn to this deck, you are on a manifestation journey and you are powerful and you can do it and you can create anything you set your mind to. And the Four of Wands right afterwards. Beautiful. Oh, there are, I believe, 4 extra major arcanas in this deck, and this is one of them. It is called Synchronicity. I'll point them out as I find them for you. 12 is the Hanged Man. They call it perspective in this deck. This Ace of Pentacles is one of my favorite Ace of Pentacles. It's so beautiful. I love that it's got water element in it too. Typically Pentacles is earth element, but there is an emotional element to this. So there's a feeling of, you know, a new beginning in the material realm that started from an emotion. And I always say with the Five of Swords, the phrase that goes with the Five of Swords is, there are no winners in war. And this card always perfectly reflected that for me. Ooh, I love this. Well, they call the page the inspiration in this deck. And this is very much evoking ritual and ceremony in the manifestation process or in the inspiration process. Like, it first starts from an intention. Look at this Empress card. Love this as well. The Five of Cups is kind of seeing things in a murky way, not seeing things clearly, and I guess seeing the rain and seeing the gray sheen cast over something that, I guess it just gives you that vibe of being stuck in disappointment in a way that you can't control, like the rain maybe coming in and preventing you from being able to do something. So I don't know, just really nice. The way they evoked the meanings in this were very alive and truthful and real. The Ten of Pentacles, shared abundance. Oh, here's one of those cards, the Higher Self card, one of the other major arcanas. This is the Judgment card. They call it the Awakening card. And then the Kings are called embodiments. The Queens are called spirit. Here's another one of the extra major arcana, the Present Moment card. And the Oneness card, the other major arcana. I love the Seven of Cups because it's permission to dream, permission to let go. A lot of times the Seven of Cups is more confusion and illusion, but that one's more positive. Beautiful Star card with the waterfall. The Ten of Wands is pretty powerful, like pulling the boulder up the hill. Like, is it worth it kind of thing. And then look at this. The Eight of Cups means walking away from what doesn't serve you. And this is like cord cutting. It's super cool. The Fool. I always thought this Ace of Swords was interesting, the color of it all, because when I think of Ace of Swords, I think of like higher energies, like crown, third eye, like mental energies. And I always was a little thrown off by the color of this. But I feel like it could have to do with insight and epiphany when it comes to art, or when it comes to what you're creating, and that color being a part of that. I guess you could even pull from parrot. You know, parrots are mimickers or speakers. Good speak, like they speak. So it could be something about speaking your color and your light into the world. And then look at this. I love this Ace of Cups. So cute. The Lovers card there are two Lovers card, one in the masculine element and one in the feminine element, which I think is super interesting and adds more context. For some reason, every time I get the Eight of Wands in any deck, I think of this. I think of this deck. It's stuck with me that hard, like fast movement, like communication, heading somewhere beautiful. Queen, the Spirit of Wands, and the Queen of Swords right next to each other. Spirit of Swords. So lots of animals in this deck as well. Lastly, we have the Action of Wands, or the Knight of Wands. Beautiful. Lots of cool locations too in this deck. Different topography. But yeah, that is your walkthrough of the Tarot of Oneness. If you'd like to be supported by me more deeply, please check the description down below and all the ways that I can do that for you, especially my Patreon. Otherwise, I hope I see you in another one of these walkthroughs in this video. All right, we are now at our Tarot Flora, which almost didn't make it. It was hiding in my purse. So that tells you how much I love this deck. I carry it with me often. So this one I picked out just a couple months ago. It's a really beautiful deck, and let's just get right into it. So they're by Tarot Flora by Massimo Alfioli and Maria Eva Di Maggio. Apparently Italian folk made this deck. I bet it actually comes in Italian, and I just happened to get a translated one. That's my guess. Put that right up there. And let me show you a few things. So this is a very like tall, longish deck, and it's actually a little bit tough to shuffle. I will say that the width of it, or the length of it. You'll see. I'll show you shuffling it. But so it's a non-color deck on the inside, and it does tell you a little bit about each flower associated with at least the major arcanas, and then the description for the minor arcanas are a little bit shorter, but they're pretty basic. At least for the minor arcanas, the description's pretty basic. So I believe it could be good for beginners to intermediate-ish. But let's go ahead and let's show you how awkward it is. Look at this. Like, I can barely fit my fingers around it. Like, there's no way I'm gonna get all of this. So I can't do it that way. So the way I have to shuffle, like I can't even I can barely do this. Okay, I can do this apparently, but it's very messy, as you can see. So if you get this deck, if you have small hands, it might be a little rough, or you might just have to get creative with how you shuffle it. But I do want to show you the back of the deck. These are absolutely gorgeous. They're beautiful for like what I do with tarot readings, you know, and I have to have a thumbnail for my readings here on YouTube, and if I have a few of these cards lined up, I believe they're very attractive and they get more clicks. But I mean, look at it, it's gorgeous. They have Cupid here and just the flowers. Of course, the floral tarot cards really pull me in as someone who has flowers in all, like fresh flowers, and their symbolism and presence in all of my readings. But you know what? Let's go ahead and get into this walkthrough of these beautiful cards. Okay, here we go. And I will say there is some quote-unquote nudity. They're mainly just nipples, so I don't know how that's gonna go over with YouTube. I don't know. I'm just gonna not have them on the screen for too long. That'll be my thing. So the court cards tend to have the same figure, just different flowers around them, different clothing, but the same general figure in each suit. Look at this Hierophant. I love this card. The major arcana are really the stars of the show for this deck. The minor arcanas are beautiful, but they're kind of similar throughout. They don't have as many figures or symbolism to pull from. So if you're wanting a little bit more streamline of a deck, this could be good. Again, might not be great for YouTube with all the nipples. This like mixture of animal and human is really prevalent during this deck as well. I'm gonna flip these upside down. This late in the game, it seems like they were all mostly upside down. I should have done that earlier. Oh, and now it's gonna be the opposite, yep. as we are nearing the end of this, I want to mention my Patreon. If you're interested, I do 2 in-depth soulful pick a flower readings every month on there, and one of them has an infinite prayer, guided visualization, and Reiki blessing. They're very powerful healing sessions. So I do offer that, and the links are down below for everything else I offer. So thank you so much for being here for the Tarot Flora, and I hope I see you in another one of the walkthroughs. All right, guys, last but not least, we are doing the Mystical Dream Tarot. So this is an interesting deck. The symbolism on the cards sometimes evokes the essence of the card itself, but oftentimes it doesn't seem to make sense at all. And I kind of love that, being as this is called the Mystical Dream Tarot, and it is very much like this says life guidance from the depths of our unconscious. So I like that there's a juxtaposition between traditional meanings and these random portrayals of symbolism that don't seem to go together, but you can use them to pull messages from the card that you never would have before if you were just using the traditional meanings. So that's what I love about this deck, and it's just a beautiful deck. It's gorgeous. So giant, beautiful, nice box here. The guide, I mean, look at this guidebook. It's insane. And even the meanings in the guidebook are very much kind of like poetic, and they kind of pull you into your subconscious, and they download a message into your subconscious. It's like you read it and you're like, what did I just read? But like your subconscious knows what you read. So it's a really interesting, different deck. So here we are, metallic, kind of reflective on the back here. So I keep thinking I'm doing tarot readings and I want to mix them up. But let's go ahead and just get into the walkthrough and show you what this deck is working with here. All right. And they do have some of the major arcanas are named something completely different. Like for instance, this is supposed to be the Devil card. It is called the Sorcerer, but I do think the symbolism is very much connected to the Devil. So. And this is the Death card. It's called the Wise Fox in this deck. The pages are called Dreamers. I love these swords cards. The Lord, the king is the Lord, and the queen is the lady, and these 2 sword cards are really cool. Man, getting all these decks out is making me itch to do a reading, so I'm gonna have to do that after this. Okay, a lot of these are upside down, so we're just flipping it. Here we go. Love, love, love this card, the Spirit of Cups, or I believe the Spirit is the Knight in this deck, which, as I've described before, this is not knight energy. Knights are very movement oriented, but I mean, you could glean something from this, like resting to attract something, you know, resting to create something. Why have I never really noticed or seen this Two of Pentacles? This is pretty. Wow, I don't think I've ever noticed this one. It's interesting how you get, a lot of times when you use certain decks, you tend to get the same card through that deck. I haven't really walked through these decks in a while, and it's like, oh yeah, that's beautiful. Like, how have I never seen that? Love the Ace of Cups card. Looks like the Two of Cups, but look at this Moon card. I mean, that is totally like dream energy. Who hasn't had a dream of like water flooding your house? The Innocent, 0, the Fool card, called the Innocent. I love that it's a snake too. Look at this 10 of Cups, come on. It's like something's about to hatch. Lady of Wands, Queen of Wands. Very meditative Queen of Wands here. Oops, we've dropped the Lord of Cups. I mean, come on, this is a total fire element looking, and it's a Cups card, which is water element. So yeah, you have to kind of mix and blend elements, and you have to think outside the box with these cards. The Dream Carrier is the Empress. I believe this is the Strength card, number 8. They might have switched him though, so it could be Justice, I'm not sure. You really have to kind of keep this guidebook around. The Priestess of Dreams. This is the High Priestess. I believe this is the World card. Serpentia Soul. And the lovers are doing like yoga under the moonlight. Wheel of Fortune, Ouroboros. The Lord of Wands has Ganesh on it. I don't really remember this one either. This is very, like, he's wearing pajamas. This is like someone who's concocting something in their sleep. But it's the Nine of Cups, which is about wishes come true and feeling emotionally contented. Just funny. Like, who came up with these? Someone was tripping. So 7 of Swords. Oh wow, I've never really looked at this one either. I've used this deck quite a few times, but this is, I kind of want to use this for a reading tonight. The Dream Protector is the Emperor. I actually like the Dream Protector for the Emperor because a lot of times the Emperor can be rigid and like a masculine energy and wants to stick to tried and true, but the Dream Protector makes me think of someone who wants to make sure that your dreams and vision is protected no matter how outside the box it is. Magician, the Master of Secrets. I love this. I don't know, this card does, I've seen this one a million times. The Lady of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. I love it. I see the Temperance card a lot too. Interesting. Look at this, Ace of Wands. Like I said, this is very water elementy, so it's like water and fire if you take the wands into account. Like, this is a Knight card. Like, how is that a Knight card? Knight of Wands, Spirit of Wands. We've got the Hierophant. The Dream Angel, which is the Star card. I don't know why I really wanted to sit and meditate on this card. And I'm sorry I kind of got lost and forgot I was even doing a video. But the Moon Chariot, so this is actually the Chariot card. It makes me, I'm loving this energy right now. I'm actually getting a download from it, and I'll share it with you. It's resonating with me, but maybe it'll resonate with you. But your dreams can come through the restful state, through a restful state. We don't have to push. We don't have to strive. We don't have to fight to change things. We can simply rest in the knowing that everything is as it's meant to be, and all of our dreams are unfolding effortlessly in perfect timing. So there's this feeling of just sinking back and trusting and knowing that we're on the right path, not letting anything hang us up, not letting other people's projections, not letting what it looks like in the material, just knowing, resting in our knowing. That is the vibe with this. Okay, cool. This was it for the Mystical Dream Tarot. If you'd like to check out my Patreon, please do so. It is a powerful container where I offer 2 in-depth, soulful picnic flower readings every month, along with an infinite prayer, guided visualization, and Reiki blessing. They are very powerful energy healing transmissions that I do in there. So if you'd like to check that out, please do so below in the description. But otherwise, stay tuned to my outro, and I can tell you a little bit more about how I can support you. So thank you so much for being here. Bye. All right, my lovely human. If you'd like to be supported by me more deeply through powerful energy healing transmissions that serve as monthly anchor points to keep you grounded and aligned to your most fulfilling and abundant path, along with access to a growing collection of exclusive soulful pick-a-flower readings, I'd be honored to have you in the sacred space of my Little Flower Patreon community. My intention is for this space to be a spiritual lifeline to healing, clarity, and soul alignment. A sacred container that leaves you feeling free and safe to unfold into your most authentic and abundant nature. I've made this accessible at just $8 per month, intentionally so as the number 8 symbolizes abundance, balance, and unity. If you feel called, feel free to like, comment, or subscribe to the Little Flower YouTube channel, as all of these exchanges help not only for my channel growth, but for me to feel connected to the fabric of the community who finds their way into the energetic space I've created. Feel free to browse my single infinite prayer energy healing transmissions, check out my adorable merch featuring my bee and flowers logo and the phrase "Hello, lovely human," and leave me a tip, or in other words, buy me a coffee if you feel called to. Everything you'll need is listed in the description box below. Last but not least, I have another YouTube channel called Soul Hearken, which is my heart and soul in video form. If you feel called to it, I'd be honored to have you over there as well. With so much gratitude, I send you prayers of happiness, peace, health, and wealth. You are honored and loved.